Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm introducing you to two Toronto pockets that I believe are widely underrated, not just for living, but also specifically for real estate purposes. Before diving deep into this, please make sure to subscribe to my channel to get the notifications when I publish a new educational video for my investment savvy followers. Let's start with the first condo pocket that I think it's underrated. If you have ever walked or driven through this intersection, you probably noticed it's got a lot going on. Streetcars, heritage buildings, cool bars, cafes, and yes, some older mid-rise condos. But what you might not know is that this exact corner is about to become one of the most connected spots in the entire city. We are talking about King and Bathurst in the fashion district, and it comes down to this, the Ontario line. Let me break this down for you, not just from a transit perspective, but from an investor lens, because that's what's coming over the next few years, and it's going to transform the value of this neighborhood in a way that most people still haven't wrapped their heads around. So you might ask why it's underrated right now. So here's the thing, King and Bathurst sits right in the middle of the fashion district. It's walkable, it's close to everything, but it's often overlooked. It's sandwiched between flashy King West and ever-growing Liberty Village, and even though it's already served by two major streetcar lines, 504 King and 511 Bathurst, people tend to ignore it when thinking about the smart places to buy. That's a missed opportunity in my opinion, because the bones are already there. Strong walk score, a mix of heritage and infill developments, local businesses, famous bars, clubs, nightlife, cafes, arts, and plus a growing basically tech and media employment base. But the thing that's really going to tip the scales is a brand new subway station at King and Bathurst. So what the Ontario line brings to the neighborhood? The Ontario line is Toronto's next generation subway line. It will run from the exhibition place all the way to the Ontario Science Centre, crossing downtown and connecting with virtually every other TTC and GO line along the way. Now here's the gold nugget. One of its key downtown stops will be right here in King and Bathurst. The station will integrate with the streetcar system and will be able to move over 5,000 people per hour during peak times. That includes commuters, students, tourists, residents, and flowing through a now ultra-connected hub. And guess what? The construction is already underway. Here's the official timeline for King and Bathurst station. First of all, the excavation and foundation work is happening right now. It will continue till 2026, and the structural construction system fit-out continues throughout 2028. The full Ontario line is expected to open in 2031. So we are less than 6 years away from this part of the city becoming a major transit interchange. And for real estate investors, that's a crystal clear signal, because wherever new subway infrastructure goes, property values follow. So what does that mean for the investors? Let's talk about the numbers. Right now, many of the mid-rise condos near King and Bathurst, especially along Niagara, Adelaide, and Wellington, are trading between prices you will find in King West or Yonge and Bloor. But within 5 to 10 years, we are going to see a major convergence. Why? Because the Ontario line is going to make King and Bathurst as accessible as Yonge Street and Yonge and Bloor. It will give the neighborhood direct subway access to downtown, core, East York, and Exhibition, faster connections to Union, Queen, Osgood, and Cape stations, huge increase in walk-through foot traffic and commercial activity in the neighborhood, new development opportunities via transit-oriented communities, including retail and mixed-use buildings right at the station corners. And just like we saw with Eglinton Crosstown, properties within a short walk of the new subway station will begin to appreciate well before the line is completed. So what makes King and Bathurst different? Here's what sets this neighborhood apart and why it's still flying under the radar. It has character. It has a neighborhood vibe to it. You'll get heritage buildings, boutique gyms, galleries, and local pubs and bars. It's not overrun with chain stores. It's got community in it. There's a mix of owners and renters here. People know their neighbors. It's got walkability. Your steps to Queen West, King West, and Lakefront as well. Trinity Bellwoods is at your walking distance, and all the downtown actions are around you. But most importantly, it has room to grow. Unlike overbuilt areas like Yonge and College or Fort York, King Bathurst still has underused lots, low-rise commercial spaces, and development opportunities that will be unlocked as the Ontario line gets closer to opening. Let's talk your strategy. If you're an investor, here's the play. Start looking right now before the media hype, before the Ontario line marketing signages starts going up. Focus on resale units near the station footprint. Think, let's say, 5 to 7 minutes walk on Niagara, Tecumseh, Wellington, and parts of Richmond and Adelaide. The strategy is simple in real estate. Again, it depends what's the price that you're getting. But buy and hold for 5 to 10 years seems to be the strategy right now. Whether you're looking for a 5-year horizon or a 10-year investment plan, the upside potential there is there. Renters love this neighborhood already, and once the subway arrives, the rental pool will explode. Watch for transit-oriented communities announcement. Developers will be eyeing lots on both the northeast and southwest corner of King Bathurst. We're talking about the future density and resale premiums. So quick recap. King Bathurst is still underpriced in my opinion compared to downtown core and King West and Yonge and Bloor, those areas. A major Ontario line subway station is coming fully operational by 2031. That's the timeline that the company is giving us, the Metrolinx company. The construction milestones are already on their way with the major public investment in the area. This neighborhood basically blends walkability, heritage, and proximity to jobs and what's all the entertainment that's happening in downtown Toronto. And the window to invest before everyone else catches on is now. Now I want to introduce you to number 2 in my list, which is South Etobicoke. This area is often overshadowed by downtown core or core Toronto, but right now it's quietly transforming into one of the most undervalued high upside markets in the GTA. And over the next decade, I believe it will deliver strong returns for condo owners there. So why does South Etobicoke get enough love? The South Etobicoke is stretching from Mimico and the new Toronto to Long Branch and Sherway Gardens. Offers lakeside living, green spaces, and easy access to downtown, but it doesn't make headlines nearly enough. Why? Because it's seen as a West End suburb type of neighborhood. It lacks the flash of downtown towers, and most condo developments are near GO stations and mid-rise or community scale. Especially in Mimico, major malls like Sherway Gardens still feel like shopping destinations rather than emerging mixed-use neighborhoods. That's changing fast. In Etobicoke, transit and development projects are reshaping the whole landscape. Waterfront transit, for example, there's a long-term plan to bring efficient West End public transit along Lakeshore from Long Branch GO station to Woodbine. You're going to have massive condo developments in Mimico, which is now a major transit station area with over 7,800 residential units proposed or under construction around Mimico GO station. On the other hand, we have the Sherway Gardens redevelopment, which is in motion right now. Over 6,200 residential units across up to 15 towers will be built around the mall. These aren't small tweaks. They are full-scale transit-oriented communities and dense neighborhoods being built from scratch. So why that means opportunity? Here's the deal. Transit plus condo density means value uplift. As we have seen elsewhere, when new stations and transit-oriented developments arrive, nearby property values that currently exist will rise ahead of the completion. South Etobicoke is currently underpriced in my opinion, especially compared to the similar units in downtown core, yet soon it will offer superior transit access and modern communities. Developers are building massive new inventory. Today that means more choices was given to the buyers, but tomorrow it means the rental demand and resale strength. So let's talk about what's driving the underrated status. Let's run through the key strengths. Strong transit momentum, which Mimico GO is already active. Woodbine and Parkline GO will bring new retail shops and more condos to the neighborhood. The 501 Queen streetcar now runs all the way to Humber Loop, improving east-west TTC access. Massive planned developments, 7,800 units in the pipeline near the GO station. We have Sherway Gardens phases with 6,200 units, proximity to green space, and waterfront parks like Colonel Samuel Smith, Humber Bay, Centennial Park. We have retail big box and lifestyle Sherway Gardens, a Costco, IKEA, Home Depot, and all within minutes from this neighborhood. If you want to talk about demographic tailwinds, we have a lot of people, over 400,000 people coming per year across GTA, around the GTA, and many choose transit access neighborhoods where affordability meets convenience. Well, with the new immigration immigration policy, the numbers might be less in the next few years, but that doesn't change that the majority of the population comes to the GTA or around it, and they choose the transit-oriented neighborhoods over the neighborhoods that are not transit-friendly. So what are the investors' strategy? How to play this? If you are evaluating South Etobicoke today, consider to focus near transit hubs like Mimico Go and soon to complete Parkland or Woodbine Go. These are the high exposure zones. Target early phases of Sherway or lakeshore communities. Here's my final take when it comes to South Etobicoke. I'm going to tell you a quick recap. South Etobicoke combines lakeside lifestyle, massive development momentum, and transit expansion, yet remains priced below its future peers. That's a recipe for long-term real estate gains. So here's my bottom line. Toronto real estate market is full of trends. Some neighborhoods rise fast and fall just as quickly, but infrastructure, transit, that's what creates long-term generational value. And King Bathurst is sitting right on the top of the most transformative neighborhoods in the city of Toronto. It's not the hype, it's not the speculation, it's just smart, research, forward-thinking investment. If you're considering a condo investment with midterm 5 to 10 years upside, Fashion District, in my opinion, King Bathurst and South Etobicoke are no longer quiet fringes. They are fast becoming Toronto's next upscale corridors. You're buying into transit expansion, lakeside character, and strategic urban growth before the rest of the market catches on. At the end, please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. If you need help finding listings in these areas or learning about the resale options or just getting deeper understanding of what's happening at these two neighborhoods, hit the link below to book a call with me. See you next time.